Howdy folks, today I'd like to take a casual peek into the Star Trek II The Wrath of Khan Noonian Singh action figure set by Art Asylum. This figure set is part of the first wave of Wrath of Khan figures and was originally released in 2007 to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the movie. I actually had an opportunity to get this figure at WonderCon of 2010 for only $5. But I had passed on it, and I've regretted it ever since. But I was able to find another figure here during the Memorial Day weekend at A1 Comics, and I'll post a link there. And they had a clearance sale going on, and toys and action figures were 40% off. So I ended up only paying just under $10 for this figure. Taking a look at the figure in the package here, you could see Khan here, who was played by the late Ricardo Montalban, and you can see he's got his SETI Alpha 5 set up here, and you can see some accessories. It's got some interesting accessories on there. Looking at the back of the package here, you can see a description here of the Wrath of Khan, and also other figures from Series 1. You have Kirk, Khan, Terrell, and looks like a bloodied Kirk. And then you had some San Diego Comic-Con exclusives. You have McCoy, Chekhov, Scotty, and Sulu. And then you have figures for Series 2, which is Spock, Uhura, Savick, and another Kirk. And it looks like these are probably a replica of the Enterprise and mini-mates for Star Trek. So let's go ahead and open up this guy out of the package, and we'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and we have Khan out of the package, and we'll go over the accessories first. First thing we'll take a look at here is the small catalog of Star Trek items, or actually Star Trek II items. And they come with the figures from the movies on here, and also a replica of the Enterprise there. And then you have mini-mates on the other side here, and a chance to win the authentic robe from the motion picture. So I think that's kind of interesting. I wonder who won that. So. Okay, taking a look at the other accessories here, and they're quite interesting. Let's go ahead and take a look at the hand here. This is an alternate hand, gloved hand here. This one is of an open palm here. It's actually pretty interesting, pretty nice and detailed on there. And the more interesting items here. We have a pair of prongs that Khan uses to place the larva of the only remaining indigenous life form of SETI Alpha 5 into the ears of Terrell and Chekhov, which Khan states he never forgets a face, yet never met him on screen during the original series. So I thought that was always kind of interesting in the movie. And speaking of the only remaining indigenous life form, here's a close-up of the life form here. I don't know if I can get it into focus. Hopefully I can. Pretty interesting. Nice and detailed. You can see the eyes and the mandibles on there, which when I first saw it as a kid, that scared the crap out of me, especially with the music in the background, especially when this thing grabs onto the prongs. It scared the shit out of me when I saw this I was a teenager when I watched it, and it was still pretty scary. So this is the indigenous life form here. And the most interesting thing I think is the bowl of larvae. And I don't know if I can get this into focus. You could actually, there's two of them in there, one for Terrell and one for Chekhov. I think it's actually kind of neat that they sculpted that in there and they actually included this bowl. It's actually very nice. I really like that. Taking a look at the Khan figure itself, it's actually very nice. I really like it. The likeness to the late Ricardo Montalban is actually very good. Come on, focus. You can do it. There you go. Yeah, as you can see, it's very well done. He even has his poofy hair from the 80s on there. Seems like that was a thing in the 80s, not just with rock bands, but in movies as well. So, and he's got the Enterprise emblem there, which is kind of neat. Before it became a Starfleet emblem. And then you got the details on his suit here. It's actually very well done. I really like it. And the paint here to simulate dirt from living in the harsh conditions of SETI Alpha 5. It's actually well applied on there. I really like this figure. It's very well detailed. Even the pants here, the leggings. You see the boots. It's very, very nice. He even included this. I don't know if this was like a cybernetic or not, or an augmentation from him being engineered, you could say, bioengineered. I think that's actually kind of neat on there. Very, very well done. I really love this figure. I'm glad I found this guy again. I was really regretted not picking him up at WonderCon. I thought I'd never see this guy available again, but very glad I found him. So, going over the articulation for this figure, the head goes back and forth and goes up and down, but doesn't go all the way around because of the big poofy hair on there. And the neck and head are all one piece on here. So you can get him into a variety of melodramatic poses there if you wanted to. So we could, it's pretty nice articulation on his head here. The arms do go all the way around, and they do go out only about that far and in. The biceps actually swivel, which is kind of nice. The elbows bend, and the hand swivels all the way around. And here's the other gloved hand here. The waist actually goes all the way around. It's beneath his tunic here on there. And the legs are on a simple crotch here. So it basically just goes up, down, and a little bit to the back, and that's about it. The legs, though, have a swivel articulation at the thighs, and the knees do bend, and the feet actually bend up and down as well. So it's a okay articulation. I wish it had been a little bit better, especially at the waist or at the hips on there. But I'm glad to have this figure, and I highly recommend it if you're a Star Trek fan, even a Star Trek 2 fan. Yeah, this guy is a must-have, I think. And I believe there's another version of Khan out there, a variant. I think it's a bloodied version, you know, after the combat in the Mutara Nebula, where he's all battle damaged. But I recommend picking this guy up if you see him, because it's just a really cool figure. But this is my casual peek into the Star Trek II Wrath of Khan, Noonian Singh action figure. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.